experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bärschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bärschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and man, of the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this. Happening right now at Koppel, you have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right. Happening right now until the end of the month. 0% financing or $6,500 off sticker price. Those incentives are the best we've seen this entire year. Hurry on in while supplies last. Just take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus and with roof credit.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Bure's Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Welcome in to the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. 12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach.
Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown. 98 yards and a Lambeau leap.
Here is your host, Ahman Green.
All right, welcome into the Ahman Green Show. I'm your host, Ahman Green, and got my man Austin producing over here to my right. We're over here already getting the show started, talking about what my esports teams are doing, and we went toe to toe last night with Penn State in Overwatch 2, but just fell short one match, so we lost 3-2 in the series. So 0-1 for the week, but it's not over tonight. It is Rocket League at 7:00. Either on Nebraska Esports Twitch channel, Nebraska Esports YouTube channel, or big esports conference YouTube channel. So several spots that you can watch the game. And in breaking down the game, like I said, the guys and the girls of the Overwatch 2 team have been practicing very hard because it's a new batch. It's 2 transfers from Concordia, Brittany and Brett, and I'll say their gamer tags Scully Wolfie. And let me look at Brett's. Hold up before I say it wrong. Let me make sure I got it down, Pat. I can't be on air and saying my players' names or gamer tags wrong. Can't do that, Can't do that.
You know.
All right, let me find Overwatch here. Thought I had it on here, but I had their Smash. But they play well. And they we got an assistant coach in by the name of Loki. Love the name. And he is
like the Marvel Loki. Okay.
Yeah, spelled the
Nice.
same. And he definitely knows his Overwatch. And he knows tactics, strategy, and planning of how to attack and how to engage, when to disengage against opposing teams. So, listening to him every practice, listening to him pregame, postgame, mid-game, talking to the players, getting them on point, teaching them and showing them the way of how to play proper, Valorant. And so, let me see here. Here's the names. Here we go. We got Loki, Shromo. He's a kid I recruited out of Westside. Scully Wolfie, and we got X Sparks and Cloud had a great game as well. I can't remember. I think he was DPS, I believe. I think he had Tracer. So he was probably Loki's, from a gameplay standpoint of understanding what his job is, probably had the, if we're handing out small little awards, player of the game right there, because he was able to cause a lot of damage, and that was helped us getting through and winning 2 of the 3 matches. It was the best out of 6. And so, or best out of 5 or 6. But yeah, so 3-2 against Penn State. But good stuff coming out of that, because I'm watching practice the last week and a half and seeing all the information that Loki's giving them and then processing it. I tell them, I have my little times where I speak in, as a coach. One thing I learned is, obviously, there is a such thing as overcoaching, because Loki is saying a lot. He's saying everything they need to know and hear, and he's unapologetic about it. But he also lets them know, look, I'm doing this to make you better, help you understand what it means to be a really good Overwatch player. And so, grinding on them, being critical of them, constructive criticism. So when I come in, I say this little tidbit here and there, but like I was talking on before we went live, the things I see is just they're still processing all these nuggets, right? They got a big bag of information. And so I told them, look, just all the information that Loki's giving you, it's all great information, but just take one thing at a time and make it that focus for that practice time or that scrim. Because then because you can't master everything at one time. You got to take one thing at a time, take it out. If he's talking about map awareness, work on your map awareness. If he's talking about aiming, if he's talking about if you're the DPS and you're covering for the tank and support, or you're causing havoc with the other team, being the DPS, being the damage person, then master all those little things at once. Then as you work on them every day, you cycle through, through a Monday, Friday practice or Tuesday, Wednesday practice and games on top of that. You cycle through all of them by mid-season, which mid-season would probably be right at break, going into December, Christmas break. Then that's going to be the change you're going to see. So don't get frustrated now.
Well, what you were saying too is, with all that information going their way, with all these changes to their gameplay, they're still in it. They're right there.
Yeah.
They still found a way to gut out a couple matches. Obviously needed one more for the win, but to still be able to take that coaching, to rely on their natural ability to try to implement stuff like that on the fly, still be that competitive, still be that close. I think that's a testament to the caliber of player on your team, and just the character they have to be able to take it in stride, not take it personal, be willing to work on it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, because with East, I say one tidbit different from an esports athlete to a traditional athlete. You have young men and young women that most of the time they're learning on their own how to play this game, out of whatever game it is. If it's Overwatch 2, if it's League of Legends, if it's Valorant, if it's Smash. I remember I was the generation where a console was a gift, and I go sit in my room by myself. But my dad would jump in with me. And eventually after a while, my dad was like, all right, I'm done because you're destroying me on these games. And my ego can't take it no more.
My time here is done. Thank you everything you need to know.
You're good. You're good. So, but if parents get past that and be like, look, I'm going to teach my kid the mindset of when you lose, what's the mindset? Because when you lose, you're actually learning. You don't realize it because the frustration is there.
Right.
You take away the frustration, you're like, oh, okay, this is what I'm gonna do different next time. That's where as a kid, because I had my dad sitting there for those first couple trips playing Madden, playing double dribble, playing Taekwondo, 10-yard fight, when we're going against each other and he was winning some plays and losing some plays, and I was winning and losing. But then, he always sitting there with my dad and won. I was like, I'm not gonna get mad because my dad, he's gonna say something. He's a coach, so that helped me not, oh man, or get frustrated and want to, only the one time, like I said, by myself, I chucked the controller and my mom said, you break it, you buy it. And that ended all my raging from there. So for the players today, like I said, they get introduced to the game. Mostly they play it by themselves, but then once they get to where they have a group of friends that they play with, or they're on the team, like the players are on now here in the esports club in Nebraska and Nebraska esports. So they still a process of learning just that dynamic of dealing with losing and how do I process this to make it positive and then to help myself get better. So that's the biggest thing I bring up. I just say something, don't get frustrated. Keep working for the little tidbits that your coach is giving you because they're all very useful. And don't try to all process them at one time because the computer can't do that.
Oh, no. I mean, target prioritization, right?
Exactly.
What's the biggest threat at the moment? What's the biggest area that we need to work on? Work on that, get it down, then add a layer on top of that.
Exactly.
Work on it, add a layer on top of that. And doing that as an individual in your role, learning for yourself, but in a team context, right? Because you're working with 4 other people in an Overwatch 2 game.
Yep.
You have to know them and what they're doing and what they're working on. There's a lot of moving parts, so many moving parts that you have to be able to try to track and keep straight.
Yep. I mean,
and think enough without overthinking.
100%. And if you ever watched Overwatch, and I know you have, Austin, and if anybody listening in, if you're watching Overwatch, it's complete and utter chaos.
Oh, I have no idea what I'm watching.
Yeah,
I just know it's a lot of bright lights.
Bright lights, flashing things. You got people and characters moving around. You don't know if they're connected or not.
Energy balls.
And you got lasers
everywhere.
You got bow and arrows. You got everything going on. But if so your first time watching it as a unexperienced viewer, what you need to do is probably just focus on the person they call tank, which is usually the person that's the slowest moving character in the game. Or just pick one character and just follow them. Don't try to follow all 5 characters at the same time.
Nope.
You'll get an aneurysm or a headache from your eyes all over the map. So just try to focus on the middle of the map or just one player to understand and what's going on and kind of keep track of who's doing what. If they're pushing the payload or if they defending the point. And you kind of can see those game mode, what's going on, because right away you'll see a little robot pushing, a cart down the road. And so that's the push and low one. And then obviously you'll see the one where they're in an area is highlighted. When the team that is red is in the area, it's all red. The team in blue takes it over. That area is all blue. So then okay, I'm watching, this is my son's team, or this is my daughter's team. They're winning or they're losing or they got to catch up. And so you watch those two, you figure out those 2 game modes, then you kind of know where you are in the game, like what you're watching, and you can pay attention a little better from that standpoint as a viewer looking in. Because when I've watched it and I've been coaching it for 3-4 years, almost 4 years now, and it's just like it's unbelievable what I'm watching, and like I know what I'm watching now, so I'm like in the back of my head for somebody that never watched this game, I'm like, yeah, they're not having fun right now as a spectator. But you do those little tips, like I just said, just focus on the robot pushing the load, or focus on if the red area is red or the blue area is blue. That means one of the teams is gaining time and percentage points to win the area off. And then boom, they'll know who the victor is or who's about to win, things of that nature. So
just like sports too, the easiest way to get into it, like you said, is pick one, focus on one. But like watching the ball, right? It's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, watch
you
the football,
see what's going
watch
on.
the soccer ball,
right?
Watch the tennis. Just watch the ball for fun, and then eventually your spectrum, your kind of frame of reference kind of expands as you watch the game more and more.
see someone coming from off screen. You see the right tackle missed a block, even though the play's going left and the guy cut across the line to get it. You start picking up on some of that stuff naturally.
So just like for fans' sake, and then obviously for what I was talking earlier about with the players, they do those things. That's what's going to help them overall get better. And the biggest frustrating, biggest and number one thing, don't get frustrated. So actually corrected myself over here. Actually, it was best out of 6, and we lost 3-1. So but still, it was even the second and third and the second match. They played 4 matches, so all games were right to the end, and we actually won a few maps in between there. So that is good. And for tonight, it will be a Rocket League kicking off against Penn State's Rocket League team now tonight. So Rocket League is actually sitting, I believe they're at 2-2 or 2-1. I looked up records last night. I was like, oh, okay. They're doing a lot better than I thought.
Rocket League is a game I could never get a hold of. I could never time like the jump flips.
Yeah.
I could never do it.
That is one thing. If I ever had a gaming wish, and we'll talk about genies and wishes in a minute here. If I have a gaming wish, it would be that. Can I master Ariel in Oval or in Rocket League, and not Ariel the mermaid?
Right.
Ariel jumping off the ground with your car and trying to punch the ball into the goal or pass it to a teammate in Rocket League. That's what I'm referring to. So tonight we got our Rocket League team, Creed, Electro, Nui, and Promising, all playing tonight. And I believe it's 3v3 here. So I don't know. I think the top 3 are the starters, and Promising might be coming off the bench. I might be wrong. I'll learn this once I get more into depth with the team. And Penn State, they got a squad. Let me see what their records are here. Regular season.
Okay, so if learning aerials would be your genie wish, mine would be between either perfect map sense or perfect aim. Ooh. And I don't know which one.
Yeah, I should ask. I didn't even think about that. I'm coach over here right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like on the one hand, like I think I probably should have better map sense than I do sometimes, but I just don't play enough. I don't get deep enough.
And a lot of people don't think about it, right? Sometimes the map, knowing the map, just like knowing the field,
the routes, how that interacts with the the class, the character that they chose, the normal flow, how do you cut it against the grain?
Yep. There's a right lane, a mid lane, and a left lane. And then there's a top lane or top level, mid level, and bottom level. So, just having that conversation with yourself of knowing how to get to the best position, high point, low point, to then understanding how to outflank the other team. And that's something prevalent in a DP character player, like Genji, like Tracer. So Rocket League team, unfortunately, I was off a little bit. 0-2. Sorry about that.
Till tonight. 1-2.
Exactly. Till tonight. But they got 6 goals that are scored, 2 assists there within the team. So they're actually, passing the ball well and actually 3 goals, 3 goals in 2 teams. I'm looking at different stats here. But early in the season, we got a long way to go. And so that is something. You tune into the channels that I mentioned, and you could catch the gameplay for tonight. So I'm so very excited about the next topic here. Seeing this today, one of my students, Harmon, who's in my intro to sports media class, he's like, Mr. Green or Coach, did you see that Lexi Rodriguez has a trading card with Panini? And I'm like, what? I was like, no, I did not know that. So I was like, send me the link instantly. And so he did. He sent it to me. I clicked it. And I'm looking at Panini.com. I work with them. I've signed cards over the years since I retired, and even when I was playing. But they have Lexi Rodriguez 2023 Panini Instant College volleyball card with her number 40. I don't know if that's her number, right? Is she 40?
She's 8.
Okay, so that must be just the number of the card, I guess.
Pretty sure she's number 8.
Yeah, it says. I thought she was a single digit. So, but I think 40 might just be the card number.
Yeah, she's number 8.
Yeah, so they have her, and the picture was taken on volleyball day. So that looks like the big court, the volleyball court that was built out on Memorial Stadium back on August 30th, and that's what the date of the card says. Instant Panini, and so that's awesome. On the front is a picture of Lexi. On the back, we have. Let me see. I'm about to zoom in because I can't see, or I'm going to move my computer a little closer. What's it say on the back? Yeah, it's exactly what I thought it says. It's in front of 92,000
and 3 fans, the largest crowd ever in a women's sporting event. Nebraska took care of business and blanked Omaha 3-0, 3-0. Rodriguez put a show for everyone packed inside the Memorial Stadium. She produced 15 digs and 3 aces to prepare her squad to victory. Panini instant. So that's awesome. See that? You got so what they're doing at Panini is a little promotion going on. It's 3 days, 18 hours, and the clock is counting to get her card, to purchase her card. And it's at a good price now. So I think you should get on there. It's only $10. But obviously, once you buy things and you let them sit, and the way volleyball is going on here in Nebraska, we got the Supernovas in Omaha, and other teams growing throughout the state and around the United States as well. Volleyball is definitely making their call to saying, knocking on the door, say we want a professional league for young women around the United States, around Nebraska.
It's really cool for Lex. Like, what an honor.
Yeah,
to,
super honor.
To have that. I mean, that's something that they can't take away from you ever. Like, you are the first. It's you. Amazing how far she's come in her journey just at Nebraska in these last few years. And I'm curious to see what, if anything, a move like that does, because I think there have been some other college athletes in the football and basketball realm who have had cards recently, but Lexi's the first volleyball player. Does this, I don't want to say revive that industry, but kind of spark it again? I remember getting mostly baseball cards, occasionally football and basketball as a kid. I know I'm pretty sure my dad still does. At least he did till not long ago. But I feel like when I think of, trading card games now, it's not sports cards that are front of mind for most people.
Today or
today.
Yeah, it's not.
In the past, it absolutely used to be. But anymore, I don't think sports cards are the ones that are right.
Pokemon, Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
They just released it. They're about to release a Magic the Gathering meets Marvel universe. So they're doing Marvel Magic-esque cards coming out for the card game, tabletop game gamers out there that is popular. So yeah, you're right. It's not the typical, and I think a lot of people, I see a lot of card breaks on Instagram too, where somebody will buy a pack of cards from Panini, from Donruss, from Topps, and look for the rookie card of NBA players, stuff like that, on their stream or on their social media account, which obviously is profitable. You can sell the cards if you have multiple, and make it a business, basically. Yeah.
I hope, collecting cards, getting them for Christmas and birthday was so much fun.
Yeah.
I hope that something like this, sparks it in kids again, because there's nothing like pulling your favorite athlete, first of all, putting your binder together, learning about all these different teams that these guys played for, just having it in your hand. Then you get to meet him on green, have him sign it someday, maybe if you're lucky enough to pull it, stuff like that. Just that little tactile piece of cardboard can do so much, open so many just gates to learning about stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing. For me, like being on the player side of it, I say it started obviously heavy once I became a freshman here. And I know I told the story, coming out the locker room from the football offices after the first home game and just having all these fans out there. And it was like, to me, the first thing that popped in my head wasn't, oh my God, it's so many fans. I was just like, I can't believe me writing my name on this piece of cardboard, like you mentioned, is making people so happy. Like it wasn't even registering. I was just happy to make them happy.
Right.
I was like, well, if it's all I'm not even saying nothing to them. They're just, can you sign my card, please? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then they got this big smile on me, man, woman, child, people that could be my grandparents, my mom, my dad at that time. And I'm just like, wow. I'm like, well, I'm glad I could do that. I could just sign something and put a, cheese and cheek to cheek smile on somebody. Then I'll do this all the time. Then and that's easy because sometimes it's hard to get people to smile and be happy about things. So that's how I looked at it as I was 17, 18. I was like, oh yeah, I like this because I like making people happy. There you go.
Look at that.
So good. Shout out to Lexi Rodriguez, and I hope other ladies on that team, because they got ballers, Beeson. They have a whole squad of young ladies that deserve Panini cards, Topps, Donruss. So I hope they just starting with, especially with this squad. And you look around the Big Ten, of course, with all the teams that Wisconsin, they got ballers over there, that are doing really good. So just continue to spread the wealth on that.
If you're Panini, don't you try to buy a couple pieces of the court and break them up and put them in cards?
100%.
Wouldn't you do that?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they've done that. I mean, if they haven't done it, I'll be shocked. Because obviously that's done in football, basketball.
Right.
You can't really, I want to say hockey, uniform.
Here's this bag of water. I promise it was the ice.
Yeah. A stain. You put a stain on the dirt on the card somewhere. Because in football, you see the field, like if it was old turf, and obviously our jersey cut off.
Yep.
I've seen cars with my Nebraska jersey cut off or my Green Bay Packer jersey cut off. And NBA does the same thing, obviously. So, yeah, they have so many different things they could do for the young fans, young ladies out there that are aspiring to be volleyball players. And, I mean, they'll have a piece of a volleyball in a car and have it under Lexi's name or have it under Beeson's name. And it'll be something that young kids that are aspiring to be there, like I just said, they'll have something to look forward to, and profit off of themselves, but also be part of a club that is very cool, and to say, hey, I got a card. And I say the cool thing that some of the car companies do, Pelini did it. I know when I was a rookie, Donruss did it, and they will send you all your cards in boxes, and it was like, oh, I got all of them. Wow. And
that's neat.
Some of them even went to the stretch of frame them all up for you. So you get the boxes already boxed up so you can have them out to friends and family, but then also put one of them where they have all your cards framed up. And you see from start to like, oh man, that's cool.
That's
Thank
sick.
you. And it wasn't something even asked. They just did it. So I thought it was very cool. So now that, they can experience that, these young ladies balling out on the volleyball court. So
which is awesome. On the text line 402-464-5685, Bubba said, first of all, thank you, Ahman, for taking some time with them back on Sunday. It would have been.
Yes.
He said, he's 39 years old. You put that child smile right back on his face. So thanks again. He also says he's on Whatnot selling cards, and there's absolutely a huge demand right now.
I'm on Whatnot too. I just haven't been on there. I haven't had time yet. I probably will have more time in the spring coming back because I only have just the one class that I'll teach on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, my intro to esports management. So I'm only going to be in that class in the spring. So maybe my Tuesdays and Thursday will a little bit open up. I could jump on I have stuff to sell. We just moved and I have a ton of, if you're into Air Force Ones and Jordans that are they're in really good condition because I take care of my stuff. I will be getting back on it in the spring, selling them from my Whatnot channel. So I know that place. And yeah, it's like online. It's a memorabilia place. I think you've probably been on there. So you know what it's about. And so, yeah, it's very cool to have fans out there, selling. And even if they're already in the business and they just create, it's just smart enough. You have a memorabilia shop and then you create Whatnot. Then people that don't usually go to shops anymore because they go online.
Right.
You now take your shop online and still be profitable.
Drop the Whatnot. Bubba's asking and wants to save you fees if he buys.
Say that again.
What's the Whatnot handle?
Oh, Whatnot handle. I think it is just Ahman Green TV. Hold on, let me check.
I'm sure it's obvious. There are probably very few Ahman Greens.
Right.
As recognizable.
Let me log in here.
Stay tuned, Bubba. We're getting it.
Yep. Stay tuned here. We need it. We gotta pay bills anytime soon.
Yes. How about that? Let's go to break and then we will have the Whatnot handle. Stay tuned in the spring when we get back.
Yeah.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their open mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings. Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down, but don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
Whether you're looking for a place to stay for a concert at PBA, a Nebraska home game, or just a night on the town, the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket is the place for you. Enjoy an evening at one of many restaurants or bars within a short walking distance. Business travelers at the hotel will enjoy free high-speed internet access, a 24-hour business center, and large in-room workstations. And check out the Bistro, where you'll enjoy healthier food and beverage options, as well as high-tech conveniences. Book your room today at the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast on this Halloween, expecting lots of sunshine. It will be breezy and cold, though. We'll see an afternoon high of just 36. Tonight, mainly clear skies. Will be a cold night as well. We'll see a low of around 20. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies. A little breezy at times as well. We'll see a high of around 52. Meteorologist Kyle Buck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, back to the show. So with that whatnot, as we went into break, I had to track it down. So that whatnot channel is the Ahman Green 30. the Ahman Green 30. You can follow me. The picture has my senior football picture there from Central High School.
Ooh.
So we got an purple Eagle jersey on there, and I'm clean shaven in that one. I'm bald headed in that photo there, and that was actually not too far right before my senior pictures for my senior year over at Harmon Studios. That's been famous here in Nebraska.
Big shout out
for getting kids ready for their senior shots. All the way from doesn't matter athlete or not. It's like that's the place you go. Couldn't wait. I wore my football jersey, my senior jersey, that purple jersey,
Mhm.
and I wore my dad's like a gold sweater or yellow sweater that he wore. He was a Cosby sweater guy.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I was like, Dad, can I get this sweater for my picture? He's like, yeah, no problem. I think it fits you now too, and it did. It fit me pretty good.
Hey.
Yep. All right, and some interesting news, cool news. A guy that I love watching. I mean, he was a fantastic actor, fantastic comedian, and I say one of my favorite roles outside of this role that I'm about to bring up about him, Robin Williams. He was in Good Morning Vietnam. Great movie, and I actually got it for Christmas or my birthday one year because I asked my wife for it, and I love him doing what he had to do, what he was trying to do on the radio, depicting that scene or that movie as a radio disc jockey in Vietnam during the Vietnam War. What he had to put up with, what he tried to be, and bring comedy to the soldiers, but things that he was getting involved with was because of the war and the politics and all that. Just watching that movie and seeing him do that just showed me like, as an actor, like he was well versed.
Mhm.
He covered the full spectrum, being funny to being somebody that could take a role and make it into he can own it, and he was that guy. So what to bring him up, Disney, obviously, if you've been a Disney fan, you got kids, you know this. They're in the 100th anniversary, and so for a Disney 100th anniversary short, so they're bringing back the genie from when he was the genie in the bottle in Aladdin. So Disney is back with the 100th anniversary of a short, and the short is called Once Upon a Studio, and it will appear. It's the Aladdin setting, and the genie. So the genie has returned to the studio, and is using some movie magic, to once again bring in Robin Williams' voice. So with that, they are going in the archives, the Disney storage archives, to find unused voice lines from the original film, and they asked Williams Estate to have permission to use those voice lines for this new Disney short. And Disney shorts, if you've seen any Disney movie, mostly the ones when they collaborate, I know a lot of them happen when they collaborate with Pixar.
Mhm.
They have a little short, a mini movie,
Right.
that's like a 2-minute movie, 5-minute movie.
Mhm.
And so now this is going to be in some, on something either just straight on Disney Plus. If you have that, you could go watch it, and of him having his voice lines. So here, reading on IGN.com, it says, we tried to take them on the journey with us to say, we've got this very special short that we're doing. Robin as the genie means so much to so many, and people would really love to involve him. So said the producer Bradford Simonson in an interview with Variety. I'll say back on October 16th. So if you go to the website and they probably had it on one of the big headlines, you can actually click a video there and watch it. And so it says, continuing the article, the beloved character was a huge hit when Aladdin debuted in 1992. So as part of Disney 100th anniversary celebrations, it was vital to get the character back, and only Williams' zany charm would do so. And we know that movie still is chugging on now. I know Will Smith, he was the genie in the recent one, the live action
Mhm.
Disney representation of Aladdin, which I love. I don't know about you, Austin. What did you think about that?
I actually didn't see it.
Okay, it's really good. If you
Okay.
got Disney Plus, or if you get a chance
Mhm.
to, like Hulu or Prime Video or Apple Plus, it's
Mhm.
on one of those. You can rent it, check it out. If you want to just see a good song and dance, because it's that, it was an animated series back in the 90s, but then here, and I say it came out last year, 2022, it was a live action song and dance. And Will Smith being him, he's an entertainer through and through. He did a great job. So to have that, him kind of take the reins from Robin Williams, and have also his background in acting and being a comedian, being funny man as well, to then get it from Robin Williams. It was just good to see the way they did it.
If I'm Will Smith, I get why they're going back to the Robin Williams unused stuff, but if I was the genie, I feel like, hey, I'm right here.
Yeah.
I can voice it.
Hey, I could
I
do
don't
it.
know, but
Or
I prefer them doing that to Robin Williams with the unused voice lines compared to like that CGI digital de-aging that they did in some of the Star Wars movies.
yeah,
Like some of that stuff
like
was
they did,
not
they
not
did that with
buying it.
Carrie Fisher, right?
Carrie Fisher
Yeah.
and Tarkin.
Oh, General Tarkin.
Yeah.
Or General
Yeah.
Tarkin. General
Mhm.
Tarkin. Okay, got you. Yeah. So yeah, it just because that the authenticity is not there.
No.
You're like, oh man, they're just like you said earlier about some other stuff about the panini. It's a cash grab.
Yeah.
You bring that authenticity, you bring that just wholesome organic feel where it just happened,
Mhm.
and a story like Aladdin and how long it's been out since 1992, and then Robin Williams and what he did, on and off the camera in the entertainment space, he has a lot of fans. So,
Yeah.
it definitely will not, I say, end anytime soon. And then to tie it up with somebody just as famous and just as popular as him, Will Smith, who is covered all the range as well of different areas of being a singer to actor and
Mhm.
has a funny side of him as well. So to kind of, I say, match him up in something, that'll be cool. Trying to find a line that can mold into a conversation
Yeah.
that they're having both as genies or something, like it's two different genies, even though they played the same character. So I think that would be cool.
Best Will Smith movie.
Ooh. Oh, headsets fell off.
Oh.
Because of my Chucky helmet. Sorry about that. Chucky wig. Exactly. Best Will Smith movie. God, you got me on the spot. I like it though.
I had to.
You had to hit me with it. I had to go first Bad Boys.
Okay.
First Bad Boys. Mike Lowry, Martin Lawrence and him. I mean, seeing the behind the scenes stuff was obviously the best. I got the DVD, I got the VHS of it because I was in college when that movie came out, and to watch the behind the scenes is the best stuff because they are just making it happen. They're just conversational, and then they go to the script, and then you really don't know what was written or what was all them. And then the action, being the action, I was sucked into that as a kid, as a teenager. So that's probably my number one. But in terms of like just recently stuff that he's done, like real serious, Pursuit of Happiness, that one, really where he was vying for an Oscar. He's been doing it a long time. It was whatever a reason why not, why Hollywood wouldn't give him his just due. And finally, through what was the movie that he did receive the Oscar just recently? Was it last year? I can't think of the movie right now, but I know it took him. It's way too long, way past due for him. And that, but that was I say Bad Boys 2, and then obviously Pursuit of Happiness.
King Richard.
King Richard, being the dad of Venus and Serena Williams, telling that story, fantastic. I mean, I was literally right down the street. I grew up in Los Angeles, and knowing the neighborhood, knowing how you had to live, you live within it. I mean, even though you had all the chaos going on that he had to deal with raising his daughters, I mean, they were in Compton. I was more South Central LA, both similar to crime and action and how you had to live amongst that stuff. And for him to depict it in the way he did, and I'm pretty sure Serena and Venus, I mean, love what he did in showing who, representing their dad on screen. And I think that's like playing in the Super Bowl as an athlete, because then you're depicting somebody that had a heavy influence on their kids to become who they did, Venus and Serena. And they had other kids, they had other daughters that were all successful, not just in the sporting world, but just in life and education and all that. They had a daughter that had PhD, and so both the mom and the dad in that story, they were fantastic in terms of what they had to do and go through to get their kids raised in a world where we know what's going on, from race to sex, that they're young women and all that. And so to show that and, finally get his just due on the flip side. But I'm glad to have, because I've watched little things before and after the movie where Venus and Serena was like, thank you. They were happy the way he did it. And they were proud of the fact that was their dad, represented on the screen, what they remember as kids growing up. And it was done in a way that, only Will Smith could have done it. So
The text line is saying Bright, the Netflix movie.
Oh yeah,
and also Ali.
Good. I know. I like them all. And there's no bad movie that I've seen of Will Smith. Tough to watch, definitely. Like 12 years a slave. The one he just did a slave one.
Emancipation.
Yeah. But Bright, they're supposed to make a sequel of that, and they still haven't.
Yes. Right.
They still have
Still
not
waiting
made
on it.
Yeah.
That's 6 years ago now.
Yeah, it's been too long. I know COVID happened. What else? Let's get that movie made. Let's get it shot. I know Will's probably excited about it because that was a good movie. Him and Edgerton was the org or the warlock or whatever. He was a fictional creature, from I say like a world of Dungeons and Dragons that was actually a police officer. That was so cool to see that depicted in a movie. Was like so awesome. So I know we got a break here coming up.
Yeah, we should probably take it and wrap things up after this. Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Gary Michaels Clothiers celebrates 40 years of serving Nebraskans in the men's clothing industry. 40 years of some of the most memorable moments. In our way of thanking you for 40 years, we are offering a 40% discount on any single one item in the store. 40% off any suit, sport coat, slack, sports shirt, sweater, outerwear, or shoes. To receive your 40% off on one item, be there by November 11th. Gary Michaels, 40% off for 40 years, located at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
This is the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back on the scene, crispy and clean, and we're gonna wrap it up with some little tidbits from the NFL. We got free agency going on, and it is wild.
Trade deadline.
Oh my
3 o'clock
goodness.
today.
3
Wrapped it up.
Central Standard, 4 p.m. Eastern. We have Chase Young, Ohio State DN, Commanders player, now is joining Bosa and crew out with the 49ers. Oh, my goodness. Montez Sweat.
For a 3rd-round pick is all.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Just a
it?
third. Just a
and
third.
he was a first-rounder. Wow.
Yeah, stealing candy from a baby on Halloween.
Still a discount rate. Montez Sweat, Commanders, correct?
Yep.
Now a Bear. They need help.
They do.
they need all hands on deck. Leonard Williams, now a Seahawk, was a Giant. And it says Raiders receiver Devontae Adams. And it says Bears cornerback Jalen Johnson. And Vikings edge rusher Danielle Hunter. And a few other guys are like in speculation mode. There's buzz mode about Devontae going back to Green Bay or leaving the Raiders after being frustrated. I mean, I watched the Monday night game.
He's not having that.
He's not only is he's been vocal in press conferences before and after games, after practice. Now he's showing the body language of like, not that he wants to leave, just like what is going on. Like, I'm frustrated, can't get me the ball, we're not winning, and all that comes together. And it just a little bit, because I know him, I didn't get a chance to play with him, but obviously being in Green Bay, we crossed paths, done interviews with him, and just would think that it must be really bothering him, or something changed between his rookie year till now. Obviously, a lot's changed. He's grown up, and he's been in the business sense of going to places, getting his money, and understand that. But it's just like you still gotta hold yourself to a different. He talking about how he holds himself to a standard on the football field, off the field too. Don't show the cracking. Being frustrated, because that is showing some showing the frustration. Obviously, you're being human, but also you want to keep that professionalism to a point.
The cameras still point to the sidelines,
right? And so, I mean, he'll take it. He's a grown man. Whatever backlash he gets back on that. Danielle Hunter, a guy that wreaked havoc this past weekend against the Packers, sacking Love a lot in that game, causing problems. So yeah, it's here. Crazy mid-season free agency for NFL is amazing. Like for Rasul Douglas to get to, I think he went to Buffalo. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
For a 5th-round pick.
That's it.
Are you kidding me?
Stealing.
Oh my goodness. And Buffalo, they needed help.
They
needed some DB help. Now it solidifies, and that's their second time. That's their second Packer up there. Oh God, I just had his name
frontal lobe. Can't think of it. Micah Hyde.
Yeah,
Micah Hyde
Mhm.
it was a former Packer now, but he never knew. He never didn't play with Razul. They were like a few years separated, so just happened. So it's a happenstance.
Just
thing.
coincidence.
Just coincidence that you have two former Packers going to the Bills. That means maybe somebody in the Bears scouting department is a former Packer, like scout or something.
Ooh, yeah.
Maybe.
Mhm.
'Cause
Connection there somewhere.
There's some connection because you just don't take two back-to-back Packer or players from the same team.
Well, that's what I think people don't
That happens.
understand about pro sports sometimes
Yeah.
is, yes, it's about filling needs with players, but so much of it comes down to who you know.
Yep.
Where you worked before, what's that working relationship? Can you get a deal done?
Right, because I remember when I got to Green Bay, there was I can't remember if it was Mr. Ron Wolf or our head coach Mike Sherman, who liked us. When I say us, he liked Huskers
Mm.
because it was from the time I got there to about 2004
Mhm.
that we called Green Bay Nebraska North because it was me. I think the first former Husker beyond myself, other than it was me. I got traded. Steve
Mhm.
Warren got drafted that
Mhm.
year in 2000, and then a year or two after that, Scott came
Right.
in free agency. Scott
Mhm.
Frost, and then Darren Dietrich,
Mhm.
and then Wilson Thomas. We had 5 of us, and then
A couple years later, Brandon Jackson.
Yep, Brandon
came in.
Jackson came
Mhm.
in right before I left, right around
Mhm.
I left. I left in 07 to Houston, came back. So he was here in 09.
That's
So
right.
yeah, we had about almost 10 players from our Husker squad that was from 95, counting me, all the way to 2002, 2003 rosters for the Huskers. So that was because somebody in the house, liked us. But then you got Chase Young going to 49ers. You got Ezra Cleveland going to Jacksonville. He was once a Viking. Josh Dobbs, who was the starting quarterback for the Cardinals, is now with the Vikings, obviously, because of Kirk Cousins.
Mhm.
So Kentavious Street was an Eagle, now is a Falcon. Leonard Williams, like I mentioned, is now a Seahawk. And on down the line, McCole Hardeman. He just got back with the Kansas City Chiefs. Any other Randy Gregory, he's been in 49ers for about a week now, so he already got a game under his belt. Chase Claypool, who was a Steeler, then a Bear, and now is a Dolphin. So that one right there, they didn't really need wide receivers, but maybe having an inventory of some good quality because he's a first rounder.
Mhm.
He's a big kid,
Right.
He's not a small receiver.
Different than what they have, right? They
and he
have the
doesn't
track
speed.
guys.
Yeah, this is not a speedster.
No.
He's not a speedster. Can he outmuscle DBs? Yes, but he's not going to outrun them, especially like Waddle and Mr. Hill there. And then Cam
Mhm.
Akers, he's with the Vikings already. JC Jackson, I think he's with the Patriots. So interesting. But yeah, blowing them off the top of it. There we go. So we end the show with some mouth dropping trades going on. Oh my goodness.
Good players getting moved for much less than you would think they're worth.
Way much less. And they're getting them for discount prices here. We
Good
got,
for the GM that's getting them.
Yeah,
The one that's
smart.
giving them up. Oof.
Yeah, smart money. And so again, I heard Jay said at the end of the show, in his show as well, hey, happy Halloween. You see me, I'm Chucky. my bride, my wife was the bride of Chucky. We went to a couple of Halloween parties we went to a Halloween party this weekend, had fun with our neighbors in the neighborhood there. So for everyone trick or treating, it might be over by now because it's sun already down. But for those that are still out, be safe, have fun, and then make it back home. And remember, just give the kids a couple. It's middle of the week. It's not like a Saturday or a Friday where they could stay up all night watching movies and eating candy. Can't do that. Be like, what? This is what you got. You got one Snicker bar, one thing. Open it up and then get ready for bed. That's what you got to do, mom and dad. Try to stick to that. All right, see y'all tomorrow.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs, or get down with some dumbbells and strength equipment. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month. It's glow time. See club for details.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppel Chevrolet GMC, and man, of the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this happening right now at Coppel. You have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right, happening right now.